Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to unbox the Apple HomePod Mini, set it up, and talk about my favorite features with it. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's a look at the outer box. Here's what it looks like. And there's what's on the bottom. Let's go ahead and take off the plastic wrapper. Set this aside. And here's the best part. And there it is. Take this out. There's the HomePod. A little protective wrapper on it. Let's take that off. Set that to the side. You see you got our Apple logo. And we got our pretty nice braided USB-C cable. Let's take off this protective paper. Set it to the side. And it's a pretty long cable too. There you have the top. You have your plus and minus buttons, all of that. Feels pretty nice. Let's go ahead and see what's in the rest of the box. We've got some protective paper. And we've got our paperwork. So it says HomePod Mini. You've got your quick instructions to turn it on and pair it. And your button controls right here. And then if you flip this over, you'll have your Siri commands. So it'll say you can use the Hey S command, or you can touch and hold and just say your request. And then here's some sample requests you can run, like playing something upbeat, what's the weather like, set some timers, texting people. You could ask where's your iPhone, what's the population of something, basic facts like that, set alarms, play ocean sounds, and much more. And then I'll show you more of that in a bit after we get it set up. And you've got your general warnings and all that. And we have a probably 18-watt USB-C brick, so that's nice. Here's a close-up look. Let's plug the cable into the adapter. And then let's plug it in. See, now it's flashing white, which probably means it's pairing. Now it looks like it's on. To pair it with the iPhone, you need to connect your iPhone or iPad to Wi-Fi and turn on Bluetooth. Hold near your HomePod Mini for setup. And then it should do it like that. Let's go ahead and set up our HomePod Mini. On the left, we will have the initial setup process. And on the right, we will have the setup of additional features like Intercom and Siri. And while we're waiting for this to set up, I just want to remind you guys that if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more content like this, please be sure to subscribe with the bell notifications on. We're going to have a lot more content just like this releasing. There are 17 different Siri voices across 6 different accents you can choose from. You can even set a different Siri voice on your HomePod than is what is set on your iPhone or other Apple devices. Here, I play each of them.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use. Hi.
Hi, I'm Siri. Choose the voice you'd like me to use.
The HomePod Mini comes with a really good safety and security feature called sound recognition. It'll listen for smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms, and then if it detects one, it'll send you an alert on your iPhone, iPad, or Apple Watch. Then you'll be able to check in, and so what that means is when you hit the notification, you'll be able to hear voices in the house. It'll use the HomePod's microphone. It'll hear what's going on in your house, even if you're all away from home. And if you have a HomeKit enabled camera in the same room that's on your smart home, it'll show that too, so you can see exactly what's going on in your home when that alarm is going off. So now that it's all set up, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the touch controls. So we have a little paper over here on the introductory paperwork. So when it's paused, you just tap anywhere on here and it'll start playing. Tap in the middle, it pause. You tap 2 times, it should go forward. You tap 3 times, it goes backward. Volume controls as well. You touch and hold it. Handoff allows you to transfer what is playing on your iPhone to your HomePod. You can use Handoff by tapping the top of your iPhone to the HomePod, and it'll transfer what is playing from your iPhone over to the HomePod. You can also AirPlay something from your iPhone to the HomePod by going to the Control Center or the AirPlay menu on your iPhone. This allows you to play other media on your iPhone separate from your HomePod. Now let's test the audio quality of the HomePod Mini. I'm recording a voice memo on my watch so that we can capture the audio waves coming from the HomePod. It's at about 50% volume. Keep in mind that this is muted for copyright reasons. And at the end of this video, I will give my analysis of the audio quality after about a week of use every day. Now let's see how loud it gets. I'm using the noise app on my watch to capture the decibel levels from the HomePod as I make it louder until it gets very close to 100% volume. So you can see it gets pretty loud, about 86 decibels at most, which I think is plenty good, especially for a speaker of this size. And now, here's the intercom feature in action. Hey, just testing the intercom feature. Hey, just testing the intercom feature. One of the cool features the HomePod Mini has is the temperature and humidity sensors. So it'll tell you what the temperature and humidity is in that room. So you can find this on the Home app or asking, what's the temperature in here?
It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit in the bedroom.
What's the humidity in here?
Humidity in the bedroom is normal, at 50%.
Now there's actually quite a lot you can do with Siri, so I'm going to show you my favorite tricks you can use with it. You could say, Siri, what's the weather today?
Looks like it will be cloudy today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 89 degrees, with overnight lows around 72.
Is it going to rain today?
It doesn't look like it's going to rain today.
Give me the latest news.
Here's the latest news from NPR. Or if you prefer, say, "Hey Siri, switch to Apple News, switch to Fox News, or switch to CNN instead."
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Kristen Wright. The White House has announced a new Martinez.
Give me the latest news in technology.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
So it's not able to answer everything, but it can still answer most things. And as you see for that, it needs to go to the iPhone to answer it. But it can still answer a lot of things like the news and the weather. The key thing to know is just that if you can play it in an audio format or it can speak it like the weather, then it could probably answer your question. So then you can start timers and alarms, and these are unique to the HomePod. So to find them on your phone, you have to go to the Home app and into the HomePod settings, and if you scroll down from the audio playing, then you'll find it. You can say, start a 20-minute nap timer.
20-minute nap timer, starting now.
You cancel that timer.
Nap timer canceled.
Siri, start a 10-minute cooking timer.
10-minute cooking timer, starting now.
Set an alarm for 4 p.m. today to get ready to leave.
Your get ready to leave alarm is set for 4 p.m.
Siri, change that to 5 p.m.
I changed your get ready to leave alarm to 5 p.m.
Then you can set reminders to existing lists on your iPhone or iPad or Siri. Add edit video to my daily to-do list.
Okay, I've added edit video to the daily to-do list.
Add cereal to my grocery list.
Okay, I've added cereal.
And then you have more personal requests that relate to your information. You can try things like creating new notes. So you can say, create a new note titled "What to Do this weekend."
One sec. Okay, I've created your what to do note. It says, this weekend.
Do I have any new messages?
On it. You have no new messages.
Add a new calendar event for Saturday.
What's the name of the new event?
Day off.
Day off is scheduled for Saturday. It's on your home calendar.
And here's a little fun one you could try. Heads or tails?
Oops, it rolled under the bed.
Okay, let's try that again. Heads or tails?
Rosencrantz says heads.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Roll again.
Tails.
The HomePod is a key component in starting a smart home. Once you have a HomePod, you can get things like smart plugs, smart lights, smart power strips, smart blinds, and many more. And you can really enhance your home into a truly automated smart home. So on the Home app, we go to the automation section, then hit the plus on the top right, then new automation. We have a few different events we can choose from. When people arrive home or leave home, time of day, when an accessory is controlled, or when a sensor detects something. You can use any people, scenes, or accessories to run these automations, and then any accessory to automate. You can use the HomePod Mini as a home hub. So what that means is even if you're away from home, you can still control all your smart devices and accessories and run automations and scenes and all that. Even if you're away from home, you can do it all in the Home app on your iPhone. So let's talk about the sound quality. So after about a week of use, listening to a variety of music, podcasts, and videos, I can confirm that the HomePod Mini has quite good audio quality, especially when listening to music. On many songs, you can really feel the depth and bass of each note. It really does sound great, no matter if you play it something quietly or louder. It feels like I was able to have a listening experience that I really never had before with my simple 2nd gen AirPods. It sounds much better than any built-in TV speaker or even my AirPods. Apple's claim of surprising audio quality for its size held up very well. I was quite surprised. So what is my overall experience? Well, I find many of the features it comes with to be very useful in many situations, especially Siri and Handoff. Handoff seems to work well at least 9 out of 10 times depending on the app. It saves me a lot of time not having to go through the AirPlay menu and scroll all the way down to find it. Siri was able to help me with many things throughout each day, like asking for the weather and indoor temperature, sending and asking for new messages, creating events, and many more. If you're looking for a new smart speaker, I think the HomePod Mini is a great choice if you are only using it for music and podcasts. Now, if you want to play on TV, you might want to consider the bigger HomePod, but generally I think the HomePod Mini packs better value. Both still pack the same software features, although the bigger HomePod, released in February 2023, has a newer processor. However, they are generally similar. They both use an Apple Watch system on a chip, and the HomePod Mini has exceptional sound quality for most situations. So thank you guys so much for watching. On the bottom right is an evolving playlist of similar tech videos just like this one, and the video on the top right is my most recent video. I'll see ya over there.